think about everything being connected and this mass urbanization happening, what we believe is that the way that you live is going to change. In fact, we believe that the communities that you live in are going to be connected and are going to create these new service opportunities, something that we call smart and connected communities. And what this means is that the way that you live, the services that you experience on an everyday basis, from transportation to healthcare to education to the way you interact with government, whether these are private sector or public sector services, even sports and entertainment, are going to become fundamentally connected. And for you as a citizen, that means that your quality of life will go up. That means that doing things will be easier. Transactions will be faster. Achieving healthcare will be easier, cheaper, faster. That, again, experts will come to you instead of you always having to go to the expert. Now, you might think that this is a very far-reaching vision, and that this is something that is, tens of years away. But actually, we see examples of this happening every day now. And in fact, here's two examples. In Chengdu, China, the Chinese government is building a smart connected community in Chengdu, which is in the western part of China. And they're creating a connected city. And they're starting with healthcare and education as sort of their two key priorities. And they're using technologies like telepresence and cloud technologies to improve citizen services for the residents of Chengdu. And so they're on their path to creating a smart, connected community. Sao Paulo, Brazil, not too far away, is doing a similar thing. And they're starting with healthcare as their primary starting point to create a smart, connected community, and doing pilots in the healthcare area to improve citizen services in the healthcare area. So as we see this mass urbanization, as we see the growth of cities, we'll see the emergence of these smart, connected communities. And we'll see many of them happen in Latin America, including examples like you see here. Now, from a technology perspective, we talked about these four key market transitions: energy, mobility, cloud, and video. And what's going to happen is we're going to see these market transitions, right, help power economic growth in Latin America and in Mexico. So, as the grid becomes smarter, as we see the greater adoption of mobile devices, as infrastructure and services and applications move into the cloud so that they can be shared across businesses of all sizes. And of course, as you saw in the demo, we're going to see some phenomenal capabilities happening with video that are going to make things much, much better. These technologies are all happening now. So, it's not 10 years in the future. It's not 20 years in the future. This is your future now. So, I want to leave you with a couple few closing thoughts. First of all, if you're a customer, I urge you to look at these market transitions. Look at what's happening with energy, cloud, mobility, and video, and use those as opportunities to create new capabilities, to create new services, to create new lines of business that will generate revenue for you and help improve your competitive differentiation. If you're a partner, I urge you to work with Cisco and help us make these market transitions happen. You have the innovative capability and the innovation power to work with us to make these things really come to life. And for everybody in this room, you are sitting on a gold mine. The next 3 days is packed with informational content and access to experts. So I urge you to listen to